Tina Campbell.
Yes.
We are so grateful that you are here to spend time with us. Priscilla and I are so excited to spend some time with you.
I'm excited too.
We're excited with you. Okay, so I want you to tell me about your life. Okay, tell me about your family. Tell me about what you do. We'll just assume nobody knows anything, and let's just cover the basics.
Well, I grew up in a really big family, 7 siblings. My dad was a preacher. My mom played the piano. She was over the choir. She was a homemaker, so she was home all the time. And, you know, Dad went to work and we went to church, and we moved a lot because we were, you know, there were financial challenges. And so we moved about maybe 10 times.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
But still in the Los Angeles area?
Still in the Los Angeles area. Always Los Angeles, Inglewood, all that. And at the same church our whole lives. And if I'm really honest, my mom and dad had a lot of ups and downs because of his work. He had some health issues, and sometimes he could work and sometimes he couldn't. But my mom and dad did a really great job of keeping us in church. So we saw a lot of challenges, a lot of adversity, but the one constant was God, and staying connected to God and being around God's people and knowing that that was our source of strength. So as me and Tina grew up, we're in sets of 2s. The reason I say me and Tina a lot because there's my older brother and sister, Daryl and Malia. Okay. And then there's me and Tina, and there's a gap. And then there's my sister Gugu and Lisa. Okay. And there's another gap. And then there's Shantae and Elena. And then there's my niece Jasmine, who lived with us, and she was 2 months, who's part of the crowd. And in addition to those people, those humans, my mom has a big heart, so there was always at least 2 or 3 cousins that were living with us. So when we moved, we just all moved. So there was always a lot of people, but they knew that the Atkins family was a family where they love God. So we were kind of, you know how people say, oh, they're watching you now? I feel like they've been watching me.
They've been watching you.
Because if I did something wrong, I'm going to tell your daddy. Or, you know, if we were playing and somebody said something wrong, where's Sister Atkins? So I always had that sense of who your family is. Right. And that responsibility of how you should conduct yourself when you're out. And so it kind of helped me, even when me and Tina grew older and started singing, because my dad did street ministry and prison ministry, we always had a heart for reaching people who didn't speak Christianese, who didn't go to church every Sunday, and letting them feel loved. So I was in the prisons with my dad singing when I was 13. We would, we would go to like the roughest parks in LA, and we would just sing and pray for people. So that's always been a part of my life. So fast forward to me and Tina becoming a group, which was really kind of coincidental, because I was the lead singer at my church, and she sang, but she never wanted to sing lead because she was really shy, like really shy.
And then what happened? You said what now?
Tina was really shy. She didn't like to stand out front. Now, if you know Tina now, you go, there's nothing shy about her at all in any way. But at that time, she was. So when we met, my husband, who was then my boyfriend, he was like, you guys should be a group. We were like, ah, sounds cool. So we started writing these songs, and we wrote Shackles for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. But once we listened to the song, we were like, this is kind of special. So we gave the Prince of Egypt another song, and we kept Shackles. The song we gave Prince of Egypt was Let Go, Let God, and it was with Ty Tribbett, who was then an unknown gospel artist. And the first person who wanted to sign us was Puff Daddy.
Right, that means you were good.
We were at a studio. Warryn was at a studio, and he was like, I want you to listen to something. And he, without seeing us, without meeting us, was like, I want to sign you. But at the same time, someone was in a meeting at Columbia Records and said, I think you should hear this song. And they wanted to sign us. So we didn't want to feel indebted to anybody. So we flew ourselves. We scraped up our pennies. We couldn't afford a hotel room. So me, Tina, and Warryn were all in the same room and praying like, God, please just show us what to do. You know, we didn't know. You know, you don't know how they're going to respond. This was my first time experiencing, you know, major labels and all that they had to offer. And so we went in, and long story short, we ended up signing with Columbia. And that first record came out with Shackles. The album was Thankful. It was top 5 all over the world.
Get the shackles off my feet so I can dance.
There is not a place that I've been in the world where people haven't known that song.
Of course,
I mean,
of course.
And it's been a real blessing. But in those years, 17 years of being Mary, so many ups and downs.
I'm sure.